Hi, welcome to Nuance Needed. This is Sam, and I am here today with a little bit of a different episode layout. And I wanted to talk about something that I've noticed. This is going to be a little bit of a pep talk. So, it, a lot of this actually came from my own work, my own processing that I've done about my own life. I've been through some things in my life. Some of you may know, some of you may not. One of the biggest things that shaped my life was having a brother who has severe disabilities. My brother is 31. Yeah, he will be 32 in June. And he functions at about 2.5 years old. That's like the peak of his development. Um, and that has had some very unique struggles for not only my family as a whole, but for me. And that was a lot to process. And something that was like particularly difficult for a long time was when people would tell me that I was strong. That was really difficult for me to hear because I would sometimes push back on it to be like, well, why do I have to be strong? Like, why don't my friends have to be strong with things? Why do I have to be strong? I don't want to be the strong one. I don't want to be the capable one. And I think that is not a rare experience to me. I've worked with a lot of people in my career who have felt that same way, that when they go through something really hard, people will say to them like, "Oh my God, you're so strong." And they bristle against it because it feels very patronizing. And I've done a lot of reframing work on that. And so I wanted to share that with you, this kind of like reframing work that I've done around this idea. So something that I've realized is that if you share with someone that you are going through something or you have overcome something, and they say to you, you're really strong, it's because that is a truth. And I know there's a part of you that is concerned that that feels patronizing. And maybe from a select few people it will be. Yet from most people it's not. And they're telling you that because it is legitimately true. And something that I have realized in my own work is that both truths get to exist at the same time. Meaning, I get to have compassion and grace and kindness and tenderness for the struggles that I've gone through, for the things in my life that have knocked me flat on my ass, while also holding space for the fact that I am, in fact, quite strong and I am, in fact, quite capable. And those two things do not have to cancel each other out. And I think so many people assume that they have to, that it has to be one or the other, that I could not possibly be a strong person while also having grace and kindness and softness for myself. When you have to have both. In order to get up and live, you have to have both. You have to be both. You have to practice owning both. And the truth is that you are stronger in very unique ways for the things that you've been through and the things that you've overcome. You are wiser, you are more aware, you are competent, you are capable, you have a unique perspective because of what you endured that so many people do not have. That is rare. And I think we need to hold space for how incredible that is. That you went through this insane, difficult, painful thing, and you came out on the other side better. Not better in a way that we're saying it was good that we went through it. That's not what we're talking about. But that you allowed yourself to be molded through that process. That is incredible. And we need to hold space for that more often. And I think the skills that you have gained in your struggles do not have to be hated. You don't need to hold shame because there were certain skills that you crafted and developed and honed in order to get through it. And probably in the moment you didn't realize you were crafting or honing anything. Yet you were. And that is something that deserves so much recognition and acknowledgement. And I'm inviting you to put down this backpack of shame that you've carried around for so long. This backpack of shame for how you got through something, for how you overcame something, for what it took for you to keep living. You can put that down. And it was the most radical thing in my life when I chose to put that down. It changed the whole perspective of how I saw myself in my own struggles. And you do not have to be weary of being seen as someone who is capable. You don't have to shun that title. You can have boundaries around that title. You can protect yourself and advocate for yourself within that title. But that's a really cool title to have. To be seen as the person that is capable and dependable, that is respect. And sure, some people will take advantage of that. People have taken advantage of me, absolutely. Yet, that is a really impressive level of respect to have earned from people. To be seen as someone that is strong and capable and able and dependable and reliable. Because you chose to come out the other side of what you went through better. And that you wanted to be better. And that you didn't want to let that thing ruin you and own you and dictate your life. I want to close this with your strength is the most remarkable gift. And you can be proud of yourself. You can be proud of yourself and your strength. You can admire yourself for your strength. And that is just what I want to leave you with today. I think life can feel really heavy. And I think sometimes it's important to turn around and realize that the very thing that we are bristling against is actually the most incredible gift. And that is a mindset that has really helped me get through my life. And that's all for today. So I hope this helped. I hope you feel ready to be kick-ass in your life. I want you to get out there. I want you to be the strong, capable, dependable person that I know you are. And I'm proud of you. And I will see you again soon. Talk to you again soon. See you too. Maybe. Talk to you for sure.